Hello everyone, it's just after 5 o'clock, and as I mentioned earlier, I've come down to the boat launch here to check where things are at now. It's warmed up, the wind is not as chilly. I am trying to remember how to use this gimbal, so yes, I have not used this gimbal in a while, so apologies while I have a bit of learning room. Welcome all to my channel, Cats North of 65 in Norman Wells, checking out the status at 5 o'clock of the river breakup, the Mackenzie River. And has been a ton of birds over here. I have not used this gimbal that I'm using in quite some time, so I've got a bit of a learning curve. And there is a dock down there that is underwater, and that hasn't happened for a couple of years. So it's nice and sunny, that's for sure. That's very nice. Wind is still cool, but especially this spot, and that's just because the river is frozen. Hello to those now joining. Thank you very much for checking out this live stream. Welcome to Cats North of 65. This is I'm in Norman Wells, and just checking out the status of the river breakup of the Mackenzie River here. 15 viewers. Thank you so much, everybody. So, not that I want to repeat for anybody who's already here, but for those that are new to watching, it's Cats North of 65, my channel here in Norman Wells, and I'm checking out the river status of the breakup. I'm still learning this gimbal, so bear with me. I haven't used it in a few months. It's a different perspective, and hopefully that translates well into the feed. Any feedback would be good. The birds are very quiet. They were very active yesterday afternoon. As I said earlier, the dock is down there covered underwater. I'm just going to switch formats. It's too hard to see with the sun. My microphone USB is it's getting knocked by the actual gimbal, so apologies. Hi Esther, thank you for joining. Yes, it is pretty. Right now it has been chilly. We've had a 3-week cold snap after having a high of 18 for a few days. So somebody could wake Mother Nature up and tell her to bring on the summer. That'd be much appreciated. Minus any forest fires. Hi Richard, thanks for joining. Josh, hi. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I would like some warmer weather though, but we are in the north. We're about 80 kilometers from Inuvik, so cold weather is part and part. But for the last 4 years, we've actually had some really warm summers, and I don't know how much you watch the various fire reports across Canada, but um, we've had a lot of fire watches, and actually NWT Fire is a website that you can check out if you're interested, and it shows where if there are any fires, where they're at. Yes, it is very peaceful, and as a matter of showing you, that is where the town is. So I'm just down this stretch of road that goes to one of the docks. Really, it's mostly for local boaters. And over here, sorry, again, I'm trying to work with the gimbal here and I need more practice. Down there a bit, probably right there. Oh, shoot, sorry. The white bit there. Is where the Coast Guard dock is. And of course, our water level for last summer for sure. And we missed 2 barges at the end of the summer before that because the water level were too low, not slow. So it's used by mostly local boaters now. The people are very friendly here. Norman Wells is a mix of a lot of teachers for sure. Various teachers from down south, as we call it, down south, and local. And the Sahtu region in particular is Dene, and language is Dene today. I don't know a lot of it. The couple of words that stick in my head are Merci for thank you, and shoot, it's eluding me. I'll mention it next time. For good morning. Nakale ganazo is good morning. And the way you pronounce words differs between communities. It is very nice and peaceful, and I'm sorry, this gimbal is acting up again. I actually am going to try hands-free because this has become way too wobbly. I will take some more practice on this gimbal. Oh, I'm so sorry for all that shaky. Here, handheld. So summers for the last 4 years at least, because weather patterns change, we've gotten up to almost 40 degrees. And so we've had many scares of fires around the Sahtu region. And of course, our winters. Wind chill is always a factor, but the base temperature can get to at least minus 45. And yield north wind adds to that. We're in the north. We're at 65 degrees north, so that temperature in the winter is rather expected and quite frankly needed for our winter road, which is a supply lifeline from December through March for fuel, housing, heating fuel, home heating fuel, and aviation fuel and vehicle fuel. Also, please let me know, give me some feedback. I'm wearing a mic and I don't hear, I do some test videos to see how it works, but hearing from all of you would be great. I would appreciate that feedback. White sand or snow, Esther? That is snow. It was melting, and then and then we got a huge wallop of snow over about 2 days. I wasn't in town, but I heard about it, and then it um, snowed some more. And in the past 2 days, we've had pretty much straight flurries since yesterday afternoon. Fortunately, it didn't really stick, but the temperatures have been chilly enough. As my hand is getting chilly holding this phone, has been chilly enough that it's just not continuing the melt. And it to me, it's kind of ironic that the river breaking up, and yet it's flurrying. If you look back at my shorts and live from yesterday, you can see the flurries. I would really like to not have to wear a winter. Well, actually, this isn't my winter hat. This is my shoulder season hat and my shoulder season gloves, and still boots. I would really like to wear my runners, but it is what it is. Just give a little zoom in and try and hold it steady here so it doesn't shake too badly without the gimbal. And yes, oh, like I said, the birds were very, very active yesterday. Well, in fact, the last couple of days. But if you're keen on birds, give those a watch. See what you think. They've been flying in many V formations over the last couple of days, multiple V formations actually. I'll give you a close-up of the sun is in my eyes, so I'm hoping that I am aiming where I want to aim here. The branch of the Rocky Mountains. Nope. I'm trying to hold it steady here. So, the Mackenzie Mountains, as I said, an offshoot of the Rockies. And the Franklins are behind on the opposite side. I'm just going to zoom out there. Whew. Very sunny, which is really, really nice. Oh, thank you, Esther. I appreciate that. If you're liking the content and you like the other videos currently on my feed, please do give a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. I have one video from January that I still need to finish up and post. Our winter road drive back from I think I started it in High Level. We drove out to Edmonton, and I videoed. Like I said, it actually might be from Fort Simpson, but there might be a little bit of High Level in there that I need to finish up and post. Are there fish there? In this river, in the Mackenzie River, I've heard that people do fish, mostly netting fish, as I understand it. I and my husband, pretty sure he hasn't fished in this river. There, you can't tell it right now because of the breakup, but it actually has a current of, and my husband will correct me once he watches this feed. It's about 6 kilometers an hour current, I think, and it'll be in. Sorry, I'm trying to point. It'll be in around about the center of the river, and you can see there's a better point down downriver there where we have McKinnon Park, and you can go down the bank and along the rocky shore. And I think I have some video about that too, where you can see the levels of current. You can see how it's running in striations, essentially. So if you're kayaking or canoeing, you kind of have to go up river and then come back and come come to shore at a point where you can get yourself back to town. We Have I ever been in the mountains? In the Franklin Mountains. I'm sorry. I'm zipping it right by the microphone. I apologize. The Franklin Mountains. I haven't been directly in the mountains. I'm pretty sure I also have some footage of driving up there. There is Hodgson Lake, or locally known as Jackfish Lake, and once the snow is melted and the road is passable, lots of people in town go up there. There's a pontoon kind of dock set up there. Very, very pretty. I don't know how much into the mountains it is. It's what I call essentially the foothills. I don't know if that's the correct term or not, but it's very, very pretty. Actually, we were up there and it was a very foggy day, and that was a very cool scenic view. I have not been over to the Mackenzies, though. My husband is really, really wanting to get over there, but it would take a good week to get there, unless you take a helicopter and hire a helicopter, which is also possible, but that's pricey. What is on the mountains? Right now, snow. Very, very snowy. It has not melted yet. And the mountains are blending in with the cloud cover at the moment, so you really can't see anything. As far as I understand it, there's no development on either mountains. Esso, if you see these sort of islands, those are all, I believe, man-made. They're all Esso locations for drilling, pumping. I'm not quite sure of the terms for what they are doing on there. Thanks for the questions, Esther. I really appreciate that. I really like that interaction. I think I've answered your question so far. Let me know if I haven't. And I learned the hard way that if I forget to look at the comments, they do not cross over once the live is finished and the video gets posted to the channel. So I am making sure that I look at the comments now. Yeah. If you look at the video from yesterday, you can actually, I can see the couple of changes just in the ice. I mean, it is cold today, so it's not melting, but it is breaking up and shifting. Oh, I do hear, that's over there though. You hear that? Oh, now I see it. I don't know if I can zoom in. I saw him fly off that way. I think I was. By the way, for anybody new joining, thank you for checking out this live. My channel is Cats North of 65, and I'm in Norman Wells at one of our docks, which is mostly used for local boats, and checking out the river breakup status for the Mackenzie River, seeing where it's at. It changes. It's a cool day today, and it has been a couple of cool days, 3 weeks of cool, but hopefully it will warm up soon. Once the river actually completely breaks up and melts, then the temperature will go up. The river breakup starts, I don't know. I think Hay River is involved. I haven't looked at the start of it on the map actually, but Fort Simpson for sure It starts there, Fort Liard, and then it pushes. Oh, I can hear. Sorry, I could just hear the crystal sound of ice moving together and breaking apart. That gets much more loud as it progresses. But there is a web page, a government Northwest Territory web page for the breakup conditions and monitoring if there's any possible flooding, that kind of thing. Are there people that go mountain climbing? I don't know, actually. Very possibly. We have a lot of hiking trails. One aptly named the Goat Trail that I do not have the guts to do or the skill to do because it goes directly down the valley. Oh, thank you, Esther. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. I think I'm gonna have to put my mitts on soon. Actually, it's a little chilly on the hands now. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, there is a government website to check out the river breakup. I was just looking at it and didn't really look. There was much updates, which I guess is no good. No news is good news there. We're all, of course, really hoping that there's at least one government barge that occurs at least up to Northern Wells here. I don't know if the water will be, excuse me, high enough to go past the rapids to Fort Good Hope or not, but I'm sure that they would really appreciate that for any freighting. They will send up mobile homes, building supplies, dry goods, and there was, I think they were also freighting up fuel, housing fuel, aviation fuel, that kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure on that point, but because of the last couple of years, they've made a point to make sure it comes up on the winter road to be safe. Just going to change the viewpoint a little bit and walk this way. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching so far. I really appreciate this. Has there ever been an earthquake there? Oh, not to my knowledge. There might be like microquakes. That's actually a good question for my husband, so I'll ask him that later. So as far as I understand it, Vancouver gets what I don't know if the correct term is microquakes, but the small little quakes. And my stepdaughter calls it basically a large truck going by. She didn't notice the difference. So I've never felt any, but I've never felt any in Vancouver either. So it's very possibly that I have missed those little quakes, which is okay with me. But no, I've never had an alert of an earthquake here, or definitely never felt any. It's very nice to have the sun back. We've had a lot of cloud in the last couple of days because of the flurries. We have been, are there sailors? Local fishermen, but not a fishing industry per se. That would be more Yellowknife and Hay River, as I understand it. To fish. Oh, did I get that? There we go. With the NWT, for non-Indigenous, you need to apply and get a fishing license. That was a very loud bit of water moving. That's probably ice. It's a bit too splooshy for a bird to stand on. So There is movement there. My husband is a jack of all trades. He has quite a wide breadth of knowledge, and I ask him many things, and he knows various things. He likes to know about many things. So he's if he doesn't know it, then I go and look it up. But generally, I go to him first to see if he knows it first. Let's see if I can see a few more birds over here, and then I think I will end the live for now. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further down because then it becomes it doesn't look menacing or anything over there, but it's always a safe practice not to get too near possible flooding areas. So, and I have to shield my eyes from the sun to zoom in to see what I'm looking at. So this all was completely dry before the river started breaking up. So that's good, because this all used to have kind of, I want to say marshy, but more water. So that is good, and the birds are loving it, so that's also good. I'm trying not to pan too fast because I have that bad habit. It's so pretty and impressive there. We think so. It's nice and peaceful, clean air, clean water, beautiful views. So much quieter than the city. Oh, sorry, I stumbled there. Have you ever built a fire there? I have not had a shore campfire. Not myself. I think my husband probably might have. Not recently. Particularly in the last couple of summers where the heat has been quite warm in the summers, and it depends obviously on community fire bans and the rate of how hot it's been, and we're all very particularly concerned about having any kind of campfires because where we are rurally, we're cut off from outside road access, so it's fly-in only from April through to mid-December. Usually about December 23rd is when the winter road opens. And just to give some context on the winter road from here, and I do have long form videos on the drive out to at least Fort Simpson, I believe. Driving from Norman Wells to Fort Simpson is a good, I think that one's about 10 hours, give or take, and it depends on the condition of the roads, because there's some section of the roads where you have to go slow. Yeah, I think the ice is moving over there because I keep hearing some splooshing. Is a good 10 hours, but it depends on like the road access to Toledo opened at like 1 o'clock, and we were waiting for it to open, so we got on the road. And then from Fort Simpson to High Level, we don't like driving in more than about 8 hours at a time. So we High level is a point, and then Edmonton is usually where we drive to pick up various things that we don't want to pay for shipping to bring in. What part of the world? We're in Norman Wells, and that's the Sahtu region. I don't think the Sahtu region is shown on a map, but we're in the Northwest Territories. So if you look at the map, find Yellowknife, go higher. We're below Inuvik. So, oh wow, 30 minutes. That's the longest live I think I've done so far. So thank you very much for staying to view with me. That's awesome, and I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you come back the next time I start a live or post any videos. That's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate it. Have a great night. Bye bye.